10-10-10 drill, Glock 17. Let's see how we can do. All of them in. 643, not too bad. See if we can clean it up a little bit. That was good. That's a 534, clean run. Let's go down and look at it. That looks pretty good. Had two, a little low, but still in. One over here, everything else. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I've shot Glocks a long time. I'm not the fastest with a Glock. I'll tell you right now. I can't manipulate the trigger to get fast enough with it as some people can. My fingers are short. I have a hard time manipulating the trigger, but I'm comfortable with the Glock. I know it doesn't make sense. I am. I can't tell you how many thousands of rounds I put through Glocks in general. A couple 100,000, maybe more. I've been doing this 20 some years. I've shot a lot of rounds through a Glock. I've become comfortable with them, but I cannot shoot them as fast as I can other platforms. Let's go over here to the Bear Solutions drill, and I'll probably show you how I'm not as fast with a Glock as I am other ones. All right, here we go. 10-10-10. Oh, I'm sorry. Bear Solutions drill. 5, 5, and 3. Let's see how we can do this thing. A little slow. I did have to come over the top and rack the slide, but wasn't a terrible time. Hang on, we'll look and see what it was. It was a 749 with a 136 draw. That was slow. Let's try to speed that up a little bit. All right. Here we go. Crap. 688 with a 117 draw. I'm gonna run that one more time. I don't know what happened on that reload. I couldn't get those shots off, so you can see they were low. I'm gonna try that one more time. There we go. Not an impressive time. First shot off was a 107, still a 624, but I'll take that all day long. Those were good hits. I'm gonna tell you what, I was putting them all through the same hole right here, and then we got them up here. That was pretty good right there. Even though the time is a little slower, maybe a half a second slower than what my normal is, I'll take that shot placement and reload, ease of reload, all that every day. That was good. That was good. Let's try a little bit longer range shooting. I'm at about the 20-yard line roughly. So let's see if I can keep most of my rounds inside the circle. Here we go. I threw one. Let's go down there and take a look. I think I threw one. All right, that's not bad for just standing shooting offhand. I threw that one. My first two shots were up here. I adjusted, and everything else was right in through here. So that wasn't bad. I did throw one. That's on me. But overall, once I got on target. I think that was the very first shot. Once I got on target, I saw my two were high. I brought them down, and there I go. So not bad at all. I'll take that any day. All right, let's do that 10-10-10 drill with a Springfield Emissary. See how it compares to the Glock 17. I think that was a clean target. I'm positive that was a clean target. And the time was 6:28. Let's see if we can keep it clean and speed up a little bit. Oh, did I get it clean? I'm not sure. I think I might have. It's a pretty good time. 5:08. Let's go down here and take a look at it. All right. I had a line cutter right there. These were all out before, but this is only with the Springfield. Had a line cutter right there. I was really trying to speed it up, but man, look at the consistency of the groups. It's pretty good, pretty good. I like the Springfield. Let's move on to the Bear Solutions drill. Here we go. Woo! 636, a 126 draw. That draw was really slow. So let's try that again. See if we can speed it up. That's within the same rough time as a Glock. So let's speed that up and see if we can. Through one high. It's a 588 with a 103 draw. Not bad, but I threw one high. So let me mark that off. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. Well, I screwed the pooch on that one, didn't I? Threw two shots high. Dadgummit. It was a 573 with a 109 draw, but I threw two shots high over on the right-hand target over here. Well, about as good as I'm gonna get today. Move on to something else. All right, let's put some shots down range from a little bit longer distance, about 20 yards here. See if I can do as good as I did with the Glock, if not better. Let's see. Man, I think I threw too high. Let's go down there and look. All right, I did. I threw two high and one wide right. One up there, and one there. I have no doubt that if I practice long enough with this gun, I'll be able to dial that in because it's such an easy gun to shoot. But got a little sloppy and threw three. So we'll practice a little more and try to clean that up. All right, I'm gonna give you my rundown of what I think when I'm comparing a Glock 17 Gen 5 MOS against the Springfield Echelon, the newest one out. First, let me show you what holsters I was using. All right, with this Springfield, I was using a holster that I made. It's made for minimal retention and speed. All right, so it only locks up right here at the bottom where the light is. So it's built for minimum retention and speed. It's real fast out of the holster. All right, so that's what I was using with that. It's a level 1 retention at best, if you want to call it that. It's a friction fit. This one is a Safari Land. It's a duty holster. It's a level 2 friction fit, and it has the thumb release. And you also have to clear the holster farther up in order to get the gun up. So now I'm not making excuses. I'm just showing you the legitimate differences between the two holsters. So I do have a holster that I built for the Glock 17. That's very similar to this. When I was leaving the house today, I couldn't find it, so that's why I didn't use it. I used this duty holster right here, which is absolutely fine. It's very little, it's not much of a hindrance at all. It's a little bit, but not much of a hindrance at all. So let's talk about these two guns. I haven't reviewed the video footage. I still remember a little bit of the times and the accuracies and things like that. So first of all, let's talk about the Glock 17 Gen 5. All right, I've got it set up. Got a Surefire light on the front. Got a Holosun 509T. Got some Talon grips on it. Everything else is bone stock. My sights are just blacked out rear, tritium front, suppressor height sights. This is just a bare bones, no frills duty gun, actually. So there's nothing special about this gun, 100% factory. With the Springfield Echelon, same story. I've got a Surefire X300. I've got a Holosun 407K or 407C. And everything else is factory stock, factory sights, factory trigger, factory everything. So there's no enhancements on this one that my Glock wouldn't have, and no enhancements on my Glock that my Springfield wouldn't have. I tried to keep this review as close as I possibly could. So I wanted to see the differences between the two. First difference, glaring difference, huge difference. It's not even in the same ballpark. The trigger on the Springfield, hands down, running away with it, much better trigger. It's not even in the same league as the Glock trigger. I can function a Glock trigger fine. When I was doing the 10-10-10 drill, I shot great on the 10-10-10 drill with the Glock, but that has to do with me putting hundreds of thousands of rounds through a Glock platform. This gun right here, I've literally got about 500 to 600 rounds through it now. And so I'm still learning this gun. But hands down and away, the trigger on the Springfield, much easier to shoot. Ergonomics on the Springfield, much better. The gun feels better in my hand. Now, I will say ergonomics are subjective, and there's twofold when it comes to ergonomics. There's how it feels in your hand, and then how it points. Everybody knows that the Glock has what they call the Glock hump. Right down here, it's got a Glock hump, so it makes it tend to point a little bit high. Well, I will say, even though the hump doesn't look as great on this one, I tend to shoot this one even higher than I do the Glock. One thing I was having problems with the Springfield coming out of the holster is finding the dot. It's because it was real high. I'm used to pushing that muzzle down to find the dot because I shoot a Glock all the time. This is my main gun. This is a gun I shoot all the time, basically. I carry this gun all the time. I shoot this gun all the time. And I'm used to coming out, pressing that muzzle down, and finding the dot. Well, with the Springfield, it's even more exaggerated than that. When I come out and press that dot, press that muzzle down, I have to press it down even more. It seems like a lot more, but in reality, it's probably not. So that's not a knock on the gun. That's a knock on what I normally train with. But that is something, if you shoot Glocks a lot with the red dots, you're going to notice that when you go to the Springfield. You really have to get that muzzle down in order to find that dot. Because if you don't, that dot's going to be high every single time. With 1911s, that's not a problem. The way they point, the dot's there every single time. With a Glock, I know I have to break my wrist down a little bit and that dot will appear in my window. With the Springfield, I've got to break my wrist even more. So that's not a deal breaker. That's just something you got to remember if you're going to start shooting one of these Springfields. Speed-wise, the Springfield was faster, and I know why. I cannot physically manipulate the trigger on the Glock fast enough to get its true speed out of it. The weight and the length of the trigger, the movement of the trigger, the length of movement, combined with the weight, won't allow me to go very fast with the Glock. Normally with a Glock 17 or a Glock 19 in the Bear Solutions drill, I can get just under 6 seconds. That's usually as fast as I can go. A 6.8, a 6.7 is kind of stretching it. With the Springfield, the trigger is so much lighter and shorter that it allows me to run that gun faster. Doesn't have anything to do with the recoil impulse. It literally has to do with how fast I can pull the trigger. And I can pull the trigger faster on the Springfield than I can the Glock. Now, having said that, real world on the Bear Solutions drill, I don't know that the Springfield was really any faster than the Glock. It was a little faster, I think, but I also threw 2 rounds high with it. So would you rather have a gun 2 or 3/10 of a second slower that you make all your hits? Or would you rather have a gun 2 or 3/10 of a second faster where you throw 2 rounds high? I know which one I would rather have, but a decision's up to you. Now, when it comes to these guns, they both fill the same role. They are duty, home defense, military style guns. They're full size. Capacity is 17 rounds on the Glock. In the Springfield, it's what, 17 and 17. All right, so they're both on even playing fields. If I had to choose one to go fight with today, I'm going to tell you, it would have to be the Glock. And it's not that I think it's a better gun. It's not that I think it's a faster gun. It's not that I think it's a more accurate gun. Even at 20 yards with the Glock, I think I might have thrown 1 round out of the 6-inch circle at 20 yards. With the Springfield, I threw 3, all right? That's due to my lack of training with the Springfield. It has nothing to do with the quality of the gun, has nothing to do with how fast the gun can run, has nothing to do with any of that stuff. The feel of the gun, it has to do with the track record, all right? In 5 years, if this Springfield shows that it is just as reliable as a Glock, then guess what? My opinion might change. But as of now, I'm going to stick with a Glock 17 because, one, I put hundreds of thousands of rounds through these guns, not this one in particular. I know these guns inside and out. If it breaks, I can fix it. But I'll be honest with you, out of all the guns that all the Glocks I've ever shot, I've never had one actually break on the range. Never. I've had the recoil spring, the plastic recoil spring melt on some of the older ones, but it kept functioning even with broken guide rod. The polymer guide rod that holds the spring together, it melted on one of mine, and when I took the gun apart, it fell apart, but the gun kept running while it was in the gun. So that is the only thing I've ever had break on a Glock. And folks, I have put hundreds of thousands of rounds through different Glock platforms, and that says something. Now, hopefully, this Springfield Echelon will prove to be just as reliable. I hope it will. It seems to be a well-built gun. It is a fast gun. It's an easy gun to shoot, and it's a fun gun to shoot. It really is. It's fun. I like this gun a lot, even though I have a bias towards Springfield. I really like this gun. I think they got a home run with this gun, as long as it proves to be durable. All right, reliability is no question. Put 500-600 rounds through it. It's ate everything I've run through it. I have confidence that the gun will run. Durability wise, I want to see how it holds up over the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years with, 10, 15, 20, 30,000 rounds put through it. If it'll hold up like that, you got a winner right here, and my decision might change. But as of right now, I'm gonna have to stick with a good old Glock 17. Does everything I need it to do, and I know it's gonna work when I pull it out. So that's my opinion. It's solely my opinion. You might have a totally different one, and that's fine. But that's my opinion on the two guns. I don't think you can go wrong with the Springfield Echelon, but as far as a gun that I'm going to carry every day to defend myself with, I'm going to stick with the Glock until the Springfield actually proves itself long term. I appreciate y'all watching. If you hadn't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank y'all again, and we'll see you next time.